Hello and welcome to Love Shore. This is the demo to a visual novel that I've seen floating around Twitter quite a lot, and it does look really intriguing. It's got a cyberpunk setting, if you didn't guess yet by this title menu, and we're going to have the option to play as either of these characters who are both artificial humans basically. So we have Farah and Sam. I'm going to play as Sam today, but not only do these two each have their own unique story, they both have their own unique romance options. 4 of them each. Let that sink in. That's quite a lot, and the full game is supposed to have more than 25 endings, so a lot of content, which we'll only see a glimpse of here, I suppose. But yeah, let us give it a try with Sam. And that's how we're going to get a bit more info on the game now, but I didn't get much into it yet. So, welcome to Love Shore. Love Shore is an interactive visual novel and dating sim. Play as either Sam or Farah and follow their unique stories in 8 possible routes as they navigate the sleepless city of Love Shore. Each route has 4 possible plot lines depending on your choices and who you interact with. Sam and Farah have their own unique base stats that will help or make it harder for you to get certain scenes and interactions. There is also an overlying approval rating. What should rise and fall based on your choices? Everything matters, so make the most of it. Be ready to find new, unique ways of engaging with the stories. What's more, Love Shore has dating sim features, but does not require you to partake in explicit sexual content or romantic scenes if the player chooses not to. You will always be given the option prior to the scene and can opt out without it affecting the major storyline and the route choices. Play Love Shore the way you want to. Love Shore has common visual novel mechanics. Click Enter, Space or the arrow in the dialog box to advance the story. The play and the fast forward button are under the dialog box and can help you speed up replays. The options opens a menu to allow some customization of gameplay. Already saw that, thank you. Quick save lets you save where you are so you can hop back into it. Load lets you open up another file. Love Shore is still in development, and this is a demo, so all features are subject to change for improvements. Last but not least, Love Shore is a mature game and contains the following content warnings. If you accept, click through to the game. Content warnings. Sexual content. Depictions of violence. Body horror, blood, gore, explicit language, substance, alcohol and drug, abuse and usage, kidnapping, character death, murder, past and present abuse, mental and physical, self-harm in the form of reckless endangerment, and weapons such as guns and baseball bats. Thanks for playing and enjoy! Isn't that jolly? I saw there's supposed to be an R or 17 plus rating for the full game. I don't know, for the demo. I'm just keeping my fingers crossed that I don't have to censor anything today. Fertility crisis on the rise. Despite its looming sense of confidence, its bright neon lights and considerable tourism, the packed city was The packed city was ill-equipped to deal with the prey bear event. With an infertility scare that plagued its citizens, Love Shore faced the biggest crisis of its time. A new savior, Life S. Thankfully, or maybe it was a cruel hand dealt by one of the many guards residing in its city walls, Life S arrived. With a promise of creating life and keeping it alive, Life S took organic bodies into inorganic ones, breathing life through machines and wires. It saved my family, I suppose. Gave them the son they wanted. Well, the first trial one. Life S saved 100 lives in Loveshore, made 100 S-humans who represented a new wave of advancement in the city. And yet, when the pre-bear event had passed, the company had failed, vanishing into obscurity. End of an era, the fall of Life S. Life S's end was the start of my everything. Going to prison in Loveshore fucking sucks. As an S-human, they keep you strapped there. Active mind, frozen body. It's like being trapped in years of sleep paralysis, only seeing from the corner of your eyes. Everything else is a vague shadow. I sat there, nothing but my thoughts and the vague world around me as company for 2 years. And to be quite honest, I'm fucking over it. Light flitters into my apartment, brightening the messy place and finally pushing me to wakefulness. From how high the sun seems to be in the sky and how warm it makes my face feel, I can tell it's already the afternoon. Which means I have to be at work in a few hours. Which means I have to actually get up. Fuck, my head is on fire. I feel like I didn't get any sleep at all. My head falls back against the wall, bumping it lightly. It feels cool against my skin. I don't want to move, and my shift starts when Loveshore flips the switch. Maybe I can catch a couple more hours of sleep. It's been 2 weeks since I got out. 2 weeks that seemed to vanish in a blink of an eye. I feel as if I was just in prison a day ago, waiting and waiting. 2 weeks out, 2 years locked in. There was nothing to do but stare at Farah. Farah. I feel as if I've known her all my life, and yet she's a complete stranger to me. Silent conversations with unmoving lips. 2 years worth of unspoken truths. Despite us being neighbors, and despite hearing her come back last night, I still can't find it in myself to talk to her. I'm scared. I feel as if I went down to see her, she'd see right through me. She's seen me at my weakest, bare and vulnerable, and I've seen her at hers. I wonder what she thinks of me. Someone is knocking aggressively. It rattles the door against its hinges. Sam, open up. I know you're in there. Sam, don't be a shit. It's Vivian. Open the door. Oh. With. Shit. I'm coming. Stop screaming. You'll alert the neighbors. I quickly get dressed and stumble forward, hopping over discarded tech and making my way to the door. It takes me a couple of seconds to unlock the 3 bolts and ease it open. I peek outside, checking that Viv is alone before pulling the door back completely. Finally, you deadbeat. Viv is a young woman with a glare that could kill. Before my untimely arrest and sad hibernation, Viv acted as my designated driver. For work. Back when I used to run around in the dark with a metal bat and a message from Inanna that said, "You owe me." Viv doesn't do that anymore, not since I got locked away. Now she has her own shop, selling refurbished cars. She's good with cars, great with them. We used to spend nights in those cars together, skulking outside some poor sap's apartment until I had to do my thing. It's weird, but spending those 2 years in hibernation made me realize she's probably my closest and only friend. I'll never tell her though. Fuck that. The fuck are you doing here? That's how you greet an old friend. You've been out for 2 weeks and not so much as a peep from my favorite delivery man. Why? Need something from me? You know I'd give you a discount. Sam. I've been busy. I know. Getting your life back together or whatever. Is it true? Viv finally hands me the coffee she's been letting cool in her grip. I take a sip and frown. It's black. Nasty. Is what true? Also, this is fucking gross. I see how time didn't grow you up any. Huh. Aziz told me you quit for good. You're not coming back to Ananas. He said you got a new number and everything. Are you leaving the business? Viv, I left the moment I got arrested. There's no place for me there anymore, and Inanna doesn't like the record. I didn't think they'd just throw at an as-human. You'd be surprised how many people do. Viv stumbles over her words, shooting me a pitiful look that has my lips curling back in a sneer. Viv. Thanks. She sighs, her shoulders sagging a little, before schooling her expression into one of indifference. I know that look. This is definitely coming back. Alright, I won't pry, but if you're out for good, I'm gonna have to ask you for a favor. That sounds like you. Is the business alright? The business is fine. In fact, I've got some babes that might have your name on it. They're as sexy as they can get. With what money? I don't exactly have a pension. Time to start saving, sugar. She always called me that. I'm 3 decades older than her. Viv. I need you for one last job. What kind of job? Or you know I'm out. Okay, interesting first decision. Already getting into trouble. What kind of job? A job or a job? Like old times. Then it's serious. When am I not? She has this dark look in her eyes, cold and hard, as if she's planning on being more than just a driver in this job. As if she's planning to grab a bat of her own and take a swing. I'm worried to ask it who. Alright, I'll try to be around. Wonderful. I'll check you later, dollface. That nickname has a dark connotation applied to me, asshole. She makes her way out of the apartment, sure to laugh extra hard at my comment. When she reaches the door, she shoots me one more look over her shoulder. It's playful, and I've decided for the second time during this conversation that I've missed her. Don't be a stranger, dear. I couldn't even if I tried. I close the door gently behind her. Viv always seems to balance me when I see her. I head back into the room, searching for my jacket, and Eiling taking sips of the coffee. It's so nasty that I end up dumping it in the sink, cup included. I'll deal with it later. Maybe. I can't get her expression out of my head. If Viv went out of her way to come to the outskirts of town and up the 5 flights of stairs to my shitty place, it meant something serious. I'd pray for her vengeance, except I've met the guards, and they don't deserve the attention. That I'm very curious about, so I've seen this in the trailer before, that guards were always mentioned somewhere. And I don't know what it means really. I find my jacket thrown haphazardly under my bed and shrug it on. I snag my keys and some smokes, heading towards the door and passing by a mirror. I catch myself, a young man in his mid-20s, looking as dead as I feel. I've been staring at the same reflection for nearly 30 years. I flip myself off and make a brisk exit, locking up. He's saying almost 30 years, but that he's 2 decades older than Viv? Or did I misread that? That's the perk, if you even want to call it that. The perk of being an S-human, trapped in time until something finally gives. And even then, you can repair. It doesn't even matter. When I die, my body won't even decompose. It'll be scrapped, made into shiny decal for collectors like Vivian, probably. The cool breeze of the afternoon snaps me out of my spiraling thoughts, and I look up to admire Love Shore, despite all its flaws. Love Shore is the typical big city that never sleeps. After the pre-bear event and overpopulation hit an all-time high, Love Shore's shit government decided that functioning on a 24-hour cycle will curb the poverty. That sounds horrible, wow. Now, landlords were signing 2 leases, one for the homey day store and another for the nighttime strip club. It's made Love Shore a shining star in the world of capitalism. And just as any system, it is ripe for breeding corruption. Which makes it great for work. Well, my old work. I walk down the busy streets, zipping my jacket and keeping my head low. There's too many people around, and it's frying my nerves with agitation. I already miss my bed. Me the second I get out of it. I reach the bakery without much trouble. It's the place of my recent employment come nightfall. There's a sickeningly sweet smell of fresh bread and hot coffee that mingle with the scent of oncoming rain. I grab one of the few available tables outside, quickly ordering a cup of coffee and pulling out all the sugar packets from the container. When the drink comes, I proceed to systematically dump every packet inside. Once I'm satisfied, I take a sip, pulling out a cigarette pack and tapping it against the table. One pops out neatly. I bring it to my lips to realize I forgot a lighter. Fuck me. Been there, done that. Shit. Suddenly, a warm hand wraps around my neck, thumb grazing against my skin to tilt my head back. A lighter appears with the other hand, and as he holds me still, Aziz lights my smoke. Fucking Aziz. Long time no see, Sammy. Missing me? What are you doing here? I know you've been telling everyone I'm out. That, at the very least, means I don't have to look at your ugly face. I know you left. Doesn't mean I can't check up on my favorite repo. I work in customer service now. Is that any different? Fuck off. Aziz is watching me carefully, trying to rile me up. He's always been like this, back when we were close. Now, looking at his face for too long makes me sick. Look, I know we didn't part in the best of terms. This fucking bastard. You get me locked up or stay silent? Huh. Interesting. Well, I want to hear. I want to hear what Sam has to say. Part on the best of terms? You get me arrested. You get me put in rest mode, you asshole. I'm sure it wasn't that bad, being an S-human at all. Can you call it racist? S-human. That's what I am. See, when the city had a fertility scare, instead of looking at it as a blessing in disguise, the masses were rushing for a cure. People were desperate. It's ironic how being an S-human was once something to marvel over, and now it's just another part of tourism here. Life has promised a chance to have your own child, just not organically. They took the genetic makeup of your future offspring, grew a brain in a body, and called it a person. Let it go home with you, learn with you, but it would never grow with you. Instead, you had to go to Life S on a strict schedule. Update the body, keep your child looking right. Like all good things do, the pre-bear event came to an end. It became ridiculously expensive to upkeep scrappable bodies, especially when you could birth a whole new real boy. So, folks stopped updating the heaps of metal kits. Life S eventually went bankrupt. And my parents got the chance to have a son that would feel warm when they hugged him. Ouch. I think being an S-human made it worse. I seem to have touched a nerve. Guess things haven't changed. What do you want? You could come back, you know. Inanna would take you back in. She's always had a soft spot for you. I told myself I'm done. I had 2 years to think about it. I can't tell what Aziz is thinking. I could never tell, back then and even now. Maybe that's what makes me feel so uneasy around him. Aziz looks like he's going to reach out, but his hand stops just short of my shoulder before dropping to his side. He gives me a smile. I get the feeling I'll be seeing you again soon. I'd rather you didn't. Aziz takes a step back, still smiling, before turning on his heel with a wave and vanishing into the crowd. He's gone the moment I blink. I'm alone with my thoughts, his lighter still on the table, and a pack of smokes until nightfall. Dusk arrives with no introduction, like an abrupt flick of a switch. The city responds to it like a lost lover, and it comes alive. The bakery in front of me closes up, the owner giving me a curt nod before shuffling off. Colors explode all around, streets illuminated by crisscrossing fairy lights and bright neon signs. The roads clear for fast cars, and the noise shifts from excited tourists to an overture of heavy bass that permeates everything. I stand up, chucking the cigarette from my lips, and extinguish it with a stomp of my foot. I turn around and unlock the bakery. I make my way to the back, throwing my jacket on a chair before reaching the switch in the storage room and flipping it on. No matter how many times I do this, I'm still mildly impressed. Sandy's Bakery shifts, becoming for your pleasure when the moon rises. An adult video shop, the only legal job that would take an S-human with a record, if only because a night shift wouldn't wear me out. That's actually quite handy then. Or, I mean, he did have to sleep. Or was he just resting because he can? And I would probably survive a robbery. Okay. I make quick work of changing my shirt to the shitty one provided by the store. A white tee with the front of it bearing "Here for your viewing" in ugly block letters. I've long since accepted my fate and take my place behind the counter. If I die in this shirt, it's well deserved. I barely have the register set up and have booted a copy of some shitty movie on the screen in front of me when the bell chimes. I don't look up. That is kind of a shitty shirt, to be fair. Welcome to For Your Pleasure. We're an adult video shop, so if you want the real thing, I suggest heading 4 doors down. Sam. I know that voice. I slowly look up and catch the disgruntled expression on Conrad's face. He seems tired and his knuckles are bandaged up badly. Looks like he's finally climbed the ranks with me gone. He's got the same pained look in his eyes too. You know, you're the third person I've ran into today. I've been out for 2 weeks. It's a little late to start this shit. I'm not here by choice. I'm here as a warning. Inanna has you by the balls, huh? Or get the fuck out, Conrad. I don't know, I'm curious. Inanna's got you running errands now too? Glorified postal boy. You're as arrogant as ever. I've earned the right. You should have rotted in that cell. Whoa, calm down. Look, I get it. They hold me off. You got a pay raise. And now you're the new delivery boy. I got the message. Mission accomplished. Watch your back, Sam. Sure thing, old man. Conrad's mouth twitches, and I know some remark about our ages crosses his mind, but he holds his tongue. If there's one thing about him I respect, it's his patience. Conrad doesn't say another word, shoves his bleeding knuckles deep into the pockets of his coat before exiting the shop. For such a tall man, his back looked awfully small. The night continues relatively smoothly. A couple of college assholes come in to fuck with the merchandise and laugh with each other. Another guy stumbles in asking me if any real ladies were hidden out back, and I had to direct him to the store policy that threatened physical violence against any unlawful behavior. As you do, customer service. I spend my downtime idly flipping through old movies the owner keeps hidden under the register. I figured out the lock within an hour on the first night of my employment. I'm halfway through some bullshit called The Terminator. Nice. When? I hear a loud crash on the back near the storage room. It startles me, causing me to jump out of my seat and send some of the hologram women hovering on the desk tumbling towards the floor. The back door should be locked. What the fuck? Carefully, I move away from the front desk and lock the entrance. I make my way over to the storage room, sure to keep quiet until I reach the metal door leading to the back shelves. It's ajar, having opened from the impact of whatever the fuck was happening. Taking a deep breath, I shove the door open and push my way inside the room. holodecks are all over the place, having been thrown around when the shelves gave way. The back door is wide open, the rain slowly spilling into the room. And there, in the middle of all this disarray, is a man on the floor, bleeding. Holy shit! I think there's a dead guy here. Holy shit, I can't go back to prison already. Holy fucking shit! He's breathing. I catch it briefly, the slight rise and fall of his chest. I run up to him, and sure enough, he's alive. I check his pulse, and although it's faint, it's thrumming in his veins like the silent hum of machines. Okay. There's a near-dead guy in the shop. I gotta call the cops. Shit, no! I'm on probation. They won't believe me. Fuck, this will send me right back. Fuck! I reach out and give the man a shake. Ugh. Help. Help? How? Hey, sir, wake the fuck up. How am I supposed to help? Hey, asshole! I keep shaking him, but his head tilts to the side, completely out of it. My shift is almost over and I have to close up shop. But I can't leave him. That's a sure way to end up in custody. I need to help him out of here. I glance back at the open door. It's raining harder now. I could drag him home? Fuck, but that's a sure way to get into trouble. Although, I do know the streets like the back of my hand. I take one more look at the unconscious man near my lap. Fuck, I might have to call someone. Okay, there's our phone. So we would have some other options to call, but because this is a demo, we can only call Sarah. Fuck. I guess it's time to face my fucking fears. Farah has a military background, right? That might mean something. She'd know what to do. Okay. So I saw on Steam that some people had a bug here at this section. I hope we don't get it or it doesn't take too long. Farah, are you picking up? This is awkward. By the way, I find it interesting that they included some blinking animations here. I don't think it's that often that you see that. And also in the options you can turn it off if maybe that's... if maybe your PC isn't that good and can't handle it. I think that's why that's there. Yeah, I sure hope we're getting somewhere with this. I think someone wrote it just takes a lot of time. Like exiting out doesn't really work. Maybe I can see if I can cut that out if it takes too long, but yeah, it's a thing. Also find this interesting here, and that we're still in the neutral mood, even though shit's kinda happening. Okay, let me see if going to the options does anything, but I don't think so. Ah, there we go. Who is this? It's me. Sam. From before. How did you get this number? I need your help. Please. I hate begging, but whenever I glance down at the man's ragged breathing, I feel anxious. Fine, but you'll owe me. I needed a favor anyway. Of course. Fine, whatever. Meet me at foyer viewing as quick as you can. The porn shop? Yes. Be right there. Thank you. Farah arrives right after. It's strange to see her in civilian clothing, but I don't have time to dwell on it. Together, we hoist up the mysterious man, careful with his wounds. We decide to take him to my place. Hopefully figure out a better plan then. We manage to plop him on the bed. I immediately go to check his wound, but I'm stopped by Farah, who grabs my wrists. I need a favor. I know. What do you want? Farah regards me carefully, as if she's thinking of how to word her request. Her figure is imposing compared to mine, taller and broader. I keep trying to avoid her eyes, but it seems she's doing the same. Imani's missing. The S-Human specialist? Farah nods. She looks unsure of herself. She left me a message. It's cryptic and I'm not sure what she wants, but I need help from someone from the inside. I'm not... The look Farah gives me stops me in my tracks. She looks nervous and hopeful, and it reminds me of the look Viv gave me earlier. Fuck. I'll keep you informed. I left the underground. I don't want to get involved. Well, we promised her a favor. Oh, that's tricky. Because I want to say I'll keep you informed, but we did leave. Like, we didn't... Yeah, the only thing we agreed to was helping Viv. I left the underground? I left Farah. I can't go back into that fucking mess. What do you mean you can't? Don't fuck with me, Sam. I know there's someone you can ask. Same to you, though. You know damn well I don't want to involve civilians. You mean people who can get hurt, right? Not like us, right? This isn't the military, Farah. You don't order me around. Farah takes a step back, visibly angry. Eventually, she schools her expression. Just keep an ear out, okay? I will. Farah doesn't say another word, making a swift exit from my place and slamming the door behind her. The apartment falls quiet, except for the ragged breathing of the strange man. I realize I never checked his wound, and panic sets in me as I rush to do it. It's a bit of a hassle, but I managed to remove his shirt, checking for a wound on his chest. Except, I don't find one. What the fuck is going on? I slide on the side of the table, bending low to cup my head. I don't know what I expected. This is right up the alley for me and all the shitty luck I have. It'll never end. I'll never escape this loop. Fuck. Wait, but isn't this a good thing that he doesn't have any wound? Or what does this mean? I'm confused. I managed to fall asleep somehow, the rain against the window acting as a metronome to calm my nerves. I've been out 2 weeks, squeaky clean, and I've dodged all of Inanna's calls, and yet here I am, with a near-dead stranger on my bed. Light spills into my apartment, shining directly on my face and warming the skin there. My back aches, but I can't find it in myself to move. My body feels like dead weight. I eventually crack my eyes open, and it takes a second for the light to filter through and my gaze to focus. I stand up with a grunt and I'm about to make my way to the bathroom when I hear shuffling in the kitchen, just out of sight. What the? The shuffling continues, low and out of my line of vision. I rack my brain and turn around to the empty bed. The strange man. Wasn't he shot? How's he walking around? Shit. Shit! Did Inanna send him? A million thoughts cross my mind. Was I being plotted against? Was this some elaborate way to kill me off? Why didn't they just send Conrad? Not that he could do anything, he's absolutely useless in an actual fight. Shit, how does this thing work? My attention snaps back to the kitchen. Bending low, I instinctually pick up the baseball bat on the floor, wrapping my fingers tightly on the grip. I scan in front of me, picking up the signal of someone behind the counters. Here goes nothing. I push myself from the balls of my feet forward and burst through the kitchen, bat at the ready. The sudden energy seems to scare the stranger, as he immediately bolts upright to stare at me. He stole the t-shirt, wow. The fuck are you doing? I was trying to make coffee. Is that a bet? How are you walking around? Were you going to beat me with that bat? Yes to both questions, and I'm still gonna do it if you don't answer me. Wait. Wait for what? And is that my shirt? I think the coffee machine is going to explode. Wow. Wow, Sam. For some reason, that works. I peel my eyes away from him to look at the old machine, and although it's beeping a threatening red, looks in no way of being dangerous. It's just a coffee machine. It's fine. Oh shit. The man is smarter than I thought. The moment I look away, he barrels towards me, catching me off guard and tackling me to the ground. As we fall, his body on top of mine, he uses this opportunity to punch me. Smart. Immediately, pain blooms on his features as he pulls his fist back, wincing. Not smart. Shit! What are you made of? I don't answer him, using his reaction as my chance to turn the tides once again. I flip us around, hearing the harsh crack of his head against the floor before shoving the bat flat against his neck. The man immediately puts his hands on either side of the bat, trying to push it off his throat. He's clearly never come in contact with an S-human. The shocked look on his face as I overpower him is refreshing. What are you? His voice sounds tight and the struggling seems to have lessened. I don't let up. My questions first, asshole. Also, is my shirt reversed? Thank you, I thought of pointing that out myself, but yeah. That's a coding error. This is a demo, don't judge, dude. I love it. My bad. My name is Alyosha. Alyosha? Alyosha? And I really was trying to make coffee. And yeah, this is your shirt. I couldn't find mine. I narrow my eyes once more. In this chokehold, I get a better look at him. His glasses are skewed and his hair is everywhere, but he's rather handsome, which somehow annoys me further. Don't move. Alyosha nods, clearly distressed and finally understanding his situation. I run another scan on his face. Whoa, your eyes are glowing. Nothing comes up for Alyosha or facial recognition in my database, which isn't impossible, but the chances are so slim. The first thing I did when I got out of prison was update it. I ease up on the bed so he can breathe easier, but I keep it close as a threat. I realize I'm sitting on top of him, but shove the embarrassment down quickly. Alyosha, right? Yeah. Okay, you're not from Loveshore, are you? Since you're up and walking, you better consider fucking right off. Let me make you coffee. What? These are vastly apart. Jesus. Okay. Oh, I don't want to tell him to fuck off. Mostly because I know that this demo for Sam only features his route, so... Okay, should we make coffee or like ask him stuff? I'm gonna ask him. If he's not in the database, he's a fresh face, and he doesn't exactly look like the touring type. You're not from Loveshore, are you? I am. Or at least I was. I mean, I looked out your window when I got up and it looks nothing like the Loveshore I'm from. There's only one Loveshore. Look, I don't know why I'm here or how I got here. I swear it. The last thing I remember is getting shot in an alley and then suddenly I was in a bed in this apartment. Well, that makes sense. Ooh, hack the government's database to find information. I believe you. Liar, or I'm not too sure I believe you. I mean, just what he told right now is obviously true. Because we found him knocked out there in the store near the alley and he just woke up. Like that makes sense, right? The part of how we got there, that would be the interesting one. Hack the database. My question would be, how dangerous is that? Like, how likely are we getting in trouble for it? Also, there must be more, but you know what? I'm just going to choose to believe him for now. Alright, so what if I believe you? What am I supposed to do with that information? I'm looking for someone. A man who owns a casino. He's the one who got me shot. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Why would you run towards the thing that tried to kill you? I was being used. I did some not so great jobs a while back and now I have to make things right. I know the feeling better than anyone. Make things right. How? Revenge is admirable, but also fucking foolish. Who are you getting revenge on? I don't know yet. You don't know yet? I'm still figuring it out. Whoever got me shot. Sounds like you did that to yourself. You don't understand. I understand all too well. Whatever closed that wound on your chest is a lot more powerful than you or I. You shouldn't be so rash. I know. I know you're right, but I have to. I have to. I can't think of wanting anything more. I can't. I don't think I can help you. I have no idea where I am. You can't just abandon me. I can drop you off at the station. The cops won't help. Look, whatever saved me gave me this chance. I can't waste it. Whatever gave you this chance is probably just fucking with us. The gods are always fucking with us. Maybe he's right. Maybe getting back at one would be amazing. I can't imagine it. But fuck if I don't want it. Badly. Fine. I'll help. Really? Yeah, but we're doing it my way. I'll take it. Great, honesty time. What do you really remember? I remember I was at a casino that night. Lovely Dice? I've never heard of it. I gesture for him to continue. Okay. I was playing at a table. I do it every Friday, just a way to pass the time. I was in my third round when suddenly 2 men approached me. I had no warning as I was dragged out back into the alley and thrown to the ground. I didn't get a chance to look up when I heard someone say, "Sorry to do this to you, kid." I remember hearing the door close and being alone as I was bleeding out. Then there was someone else there. Who? Alyosha shakes his head. I can't remember. I was losing blood and consciousness fast. They touched my cheek and suddenly I was on the floor and you were shaking me awake. Poor medical practice, by the way. Yeah, my bad. But that's all I remember. That's definitely the work of a god. I've never heard of Lovely Dice. Let me look it up. I take my phone out and give it a quick search. Nothing immediately comes up except for an old ad. That's odd. It says it was torn down 100 years ago. That can't be. That would make me ancient. Hilarious. So, what does that mean? Means I'm right. A god is most definitely messing with us. You keep mentioning gods and expect me not to think you're crazy. It's better if I show you. Yes, please. Alyosha watches me as I hunt for his discarded clothes, eventually finding them under the bed. I throw them his way. I make my way over to my closet as he gets dressed and hunt for an outfit. I'm always bad at this part. There. Makes comment based on outfit, depends on approval, not on demo. Okay, so we get to choose an outfit? That's pretty fun. I mean, it's hard to know what kind of outfit the other characters will like, but yeah, it's fun. And I like this outfit better than the one before, to be honest. Makes a recipe retort or response well back, depends on approval, not in demo. Alright, where to out from here? You look fine now, but maybe we should get you checked. There's someone I can call who might have some answers. And a locked option. Interesting. So... I mean, either way, I'm not quite sure who we're going to. Yeah, maybe we should have him checked, just to be sure. I know you might feel fine, but clearly you were shot last night. We should probably get you checked. Your lot tends to be very fragile. Lead the way, Tin Man. Wow, you really are ancient. We exit my apartment, slamming the door behind us on our way out. Loveshaw immediately seduces Alyosha. He can't stop his eyes from taking everything in. Every couple of blocks he stops to ask what something is. He's mesmerized by the trains, the shiny buildings, the hologram greeter outside storefronts. It's annoying at first, but as we walk through the busy streets, it starts to grow on me. I find myself answering all of his questions, explaining things I've never really thought about. All this talking makes my throat tingle, and I suddenly crave a cigarette. How bad is your wound? It doesn't hurt or anything. I wouldn't even know I was shot if I didn't remember it so clearly. Mind if we stop for a smoke? I know a good bakery. Sure, I'm starving. Great. Sydney's right around the corner. We find a couple of chairs outside and settle at one of the little iron tables. Alyosha is fascinated by the automated ordering system, and after much deliberation, orders one of those donuts with a filling. He joins me back at the table, eyeing the fresh cigarette I lit warily before plopping down. The donut is shaped like a cat. Delightful. Best choice. I exhale the smoke and he grimaces. Wonderful. But he doesn't stop staring. Even when he takes a bite of his dessert and purple custard squeezes out the opposite end. What? You know, I don't even know your name. Oh. Does it really matter? Of course it matters. You already know mine. Might as well put us on equal footing, right? It's Sam, nothing special. You can call me whatever you want to call me. And a locked option. I was going to go with the simplest, most straightforward option, but so with this, I would want to know in what kind of tone he says it. Is it flirty? Is it? Huh? You can call me whatever you want. Though people usually have to warm up to me before they start calling me that. Now I know you're making fun of me. I mean, I don't mind mommy either. Shut up. Relax, I'm joking. My name's Sam. Sammy? Not on your fucking life. That sounds like a story's there. Now that that's out of the way, what are you trying to do with this whole revenge thing? I have to make things right. It wasn't fair, what happened. Life isn't fair. That doesn't mean we have to lay down and take it. So what, you're going to kill the killer? At the very least, I'm going to get some answers. Something tells me you'll be disappointed at the end of this road. That sounds awfully wise coming from you. I shrug. You hardly know me. Don't you know what it's like? The need to protect something? Oh, come on, what a corny question. Who doesn't? Have you ever really loved someone before? No, I've never. Shut up, Alyosha. Who hasn't been? I don't know, have we? This feels like too early of a question. I don't know. Really loved someone before. It doesn't sound like Sam did, I think. I want to know what the other option is. No, never. Never. Oh. Yeah, so maybe take it down a notch. I mean, it's kinda sad. Shut up, Alyosha, and stop asking me so many questions. Sorry. Let's get going. Okay. I don't know if that was good or not. And that was the demo, it seems. Interesting vibes. So we got to know a bit all of the romance options for Sam there. And I'm curious, are these options that we get with all of them, are they already what determines which route we get on? So like early on, basically you already set out to who you want to help. Thanks for playing, support us on Patreon. Yeah, that was it for the demo for Sam's side. If you're interested in Farah's side, please let me know. Because, yeah, as I said, their stories are supposed to be basically different. As you see, they meet, like they intertwine, but they're their own separate stories, so maybe that's worth it. If you want to play the demo for yourself, I'll leave the links down in the description as usual. You can play it on itch or Steam. And the full game is supposed to come out in October this year, so yeah, not that much longer. And on June 11th, there's actually going to be some news about the game at the Future of Play Direct. So on their Twitter, the devs already talked about a new trailer and an announcement. Very cryptic, no idea what that's about, but I'm interested to see it. So yeah, please tell me if you enjoyed it, what you thought about this, which romance option would you go for, or yeah, if you would like me to play Farah's demo as well. Yeah, other than that was it from my side for now, and until next time, bye bye!